Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First is all about a truly captivating piece of American coinage, the United States $quarter coin from Nevada, released in 2006 and proudly bearing the D mint mark from the Denver Mint. This isn't just a commemorative state quarter, it's a symbol of Nevada's rugged beauty, a beloved part of the iconic 50-state quarter series, and a rare coin that might be hiding in your collection with a value that will leave you speechless. The Nevada State Quarter was issued in 2006 as the 36th release in the U.S. Mint's legendary 50-state quarters program. It celebrates Nevada's entry into the Union in 1864 and features an extraordinary design showing three wild Mustangs galloping across the desert, with snow-capped mountains and a shining sun in the background. Alongside them is the proud slogan, "The Silver State," a tribute to Nevada's rich mining history. The dynamic motion of the horses and the high-relief style make this quarter stand out instantly. It's a miniature work of art struck into metal. But what makes this coin truly thrilling for collectors isn't just its design, it's the rare and valuable mint errors that have been discovered on some 2006 Nevada quarters. These minting mistakes are not flaws to ignore, they are hidden treasures that turn an ordinary 25-cent piece into a potential five-figure collectible. Let's begin with one of the most talked about errors, the die break or die chip error, where pieces of the die crack or wear out during production, creating raised blobs or unusual lumps on the coin's surface. On some Nevada quarters, these can be found near the horses, on the sun's rays, or within the lettering. These errors add unique texture and rarity, making every coin with a die chip a one-of-a-kind piece that serious collectors chase down with passion. Another major error that's been discovered on these quarters is the double die error, where parts of the design appear slightly duplicated due to a misalignment of the die. If you look closely at the inscriptions, such as United States of America, $quarter, or even the date, and notice any shadowing or doubling, you could be staring at a true rarity. These double dies are not just collectible, they are valuable, especially when graded and preserved in top condition. Don't forget to check for off-center strikes, where the image is visibly misaligned, with part of the rim missing or shifted. These are visually dramatic and easy to spot, and collectors love them for their uniqueness. A Nevada quarter with an off-center strike and visible date and mint mark can bring in impressive premiums, especially when it's in mint state. Some collectors have also found struck-through errors, where debris like grease or fiber was caught between the die and the blank coin, causing parts of the design to appear faded or missing. These are rare and add a layer of mystery and uniqueness to each affected coin. A struck-through error in the horses or lettering makes for an unforgettable addition to any coin collection. As always, condition plays a major role in value. A Nevada 2006 D quarter with any of these errors, especially if graded MS 66 or higher by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, becomes an absolute gem. These high-grade, error-laden coins are the stars of modern coin auctions and attract major bidding wars among collectors who want the rarest and most eye-catching specimens, and the market is speaking loudly. Recent auctions and online sales have shown that collectors are paying serious money for high-grade Nevada quarters with errors. These coins are being recognized not only for their rarity and historical significance, but also for their limited population in top grades. With fewer error coins being found as time goes on, demand is only going higher, and the prices are climbing with it, so if you've got a 2006 Nevada quarter, don't overlook it. Examine it under good lighting or a magnifier. Pay close attention to the fine details, and look for any signs of doubling, die chips, struck-through marks, or off-center alignment. What might look like a simple quarter could actually be a life-changing find that deserves to be certified and celebrated, and here comes the most exciting part. Some rare 2006 Nevada state quarters, especially those with dramatic minting errors and preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, have been valued as high as $89,000 in the current collector market. That's right, $89,000 for a quarter that many people still overlook as ordinary. So tell us, have you checked your Nevada quarters yet? Have you found anything unusual or collectible? Share your stories in the comments, ask your questions, and become part of this amazing collector community. We love hearing from you and seeing what treasures you've discovered. Second rare coin is going to take you into the thrilling world of one of the most iconic coins from the 50-state quarters program, the United States $quarter coin from Indiana, released in 2002 with the Denver Mint D mark. This is not just a coin, it's a collectible work of art that honors the legacy of Indiana and carries hidden secrets that could be worth far more than 25 cents. So grab your magnifier and your favorite coin folder, because what we're about to uncover might just lead you to a rare and valuable treasure. This Indiana state quarter is more than a piece of metal. It was released as part of the historic program that celebrated all 50 U.S. states, and Indiana was the 19th in the series. The coin proudly showcases a racing theme, featuring an Indy-style race car superimposed on an outline of the state, along with the powerful inscription, Crossroads of America. With a design that celebrates speed, innovation, and Indiana's legendary place in motorsport history, this quarter is instantly recognizable and admired by collectors and fans alike. But here's where things get even more exciting: some of these 2002 D Indiana quarters are not like the others. A number of rare errors and variations have been discovered on these coins, and they are the reason why collectors are now offering big money for certain examples. That's right, this quarter could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands, if you know what to look for. Let's start with one of the most talked about mint errors on the Indiana quarter, the double die error. This occurs when the die strikes the coin twice in slightly different positions, creating a doubled image on the text or design. On the Indiana quarter, collectors have reported doubling in the words, Indiana, Crossroads of America, or even along the edges of the race car and the checkered flag background. Under magnification, this doubling becomes visible and can drastically increase a coin's value. Another sought-after error is the off-center strike, when the coin's design is not aligned properly and ends up being printed away from the center. If the date and mint mark are still visible, and the off-centering is dramatic, these coins can become highly prized. Each off-center error is unique, and collectors go wild for these standout examples, especially in uncirculated condition. And don't forget about die breaks and die chips. Small pieces of the die may crack during production, causing raised, blob-like areas to appear on the coin. These die chips have been spotted on Indiana quarters near the race car or the rim, and they can make your coin one of a kind. Even small die breaks can turn a common quarter into a highly desirable collectible. Another fascinating mint error to look for is the struck-through error, when something like grease, wire, or fabric material gets between the die and the planchet during minting. The result is a strange, mysterious texture or missing design elements. These errors are rare, but when found, they turn heads and bring high bids at coin shows and online auctions. Collectors are also on the hunt for high-grade versions of this coin. A mint state 67 or higher Indiana quarter with strong luster, a clean surface, and sharp strike can bring big money, even without an error. Combine that grade with one of the errors we just discussed, and now you're talking about serious collector demand and premium value that few other state quarters can match. In recent months, the Indiana state quarter has become a hot topic in collector circles. Auction houses and coin dealers are reporting higher interest, and rare error examples have already been sold for thousands of dollars, with values climbing as more collectors discover just how special this coin really is. It's not just nostalgia, it's about owning a piece of American history, forged in metal, with a rare twist that makes it incredibly valuable. So, what should you do now? Check your coin jars, look through your quarter rolls, examine your pocket change. Use a magnifier and inspect those details, the race car, the lettering, the rim, the fields, because what seems like a simple state quarter could actually be a hidden gem just waiting to be discovered. And now for the moment every collector loves to hear. A rare 2002 D Indiana state quarter, featuring a prominent mint error and certified in stunning condition, has been valued at an astonishing $70,000 in the collector market. That's right, $70,000 for a coin that might be sitting unnoticed in your home, your drawer, or your coin folder right now. Third expensive coin, we're diving deep into a hidden gem from the U.S. Mint, the United States $quarter coin from the U.S. Virgin Islands, minted in 2009 with the Philadelphia P mint mark. This isn't just a quarter, it's a masterpiece in miniature, a symbol of culture and heritage, and for some lucky collectors, a potential jackpot worth thousands. So sit back, grab your coin albums, and get ready, because this coin has a lot more value than most people realize. Part of the District of Columbia and U.S. Territories Quarters Program, the 2009 U.S. Virgin Islands Quarter was minted to honor the beauty and culture of one of America's most stunning island territories. The reverse design is simply breathtaking, featuring a bananaquid bird perched between a blooming yellow cedar flower and a palm tree, with the inscription, "United in Pride and Hope." This coin is more than currency, it's a vibrant tribute to the nature, unity, and strength of the U.S. Virgin Islands. But what makes this quarter so exciting for collectors isn't just the beauty or symbolism, it's the rare mint errors and limited high-grade examples that have made this coin incredibly valuable and highly sought after in the numismatic world. Yes, believe it or not, some of these quarters have sold for thousands of dollars, and some are now being valued at even more. Let's begin with the double die error, one of the most talked about and prized errors found on some 2009 U.S. Virgin Islands quarters. With this error, parts of the design or lettering appear slightly duplicated due to a misalignment during the die creation process. Look closely at the inscriptions like United States of America, E pluribus unum, or even the intricate lines on the flowers and bird. If you see any doubling, especially under magnification, you could be holding a serious treasure in your hands. Another rare and thrilling find is the off-center strike. This occurs when the planchet isn't properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to be shifted away from the center. If your U.S. Virgin Islands quarter has a partial rim or missing edge design, and the date and mint mark are still visible, then congratulations, you may be looking at an incredibly rare and valuable error coin. We also have the die break and die chip errors, which occur when the die used to strike the coin becomes damaged or worn. These can show up as raised blobs of metal, often near the palm tree, bird, or edge of the coin. These types of errors give each coin a completely unique look, and collectors absolutely love them for that very reason. One more exciting error to be on the lookout for is the struck-through error, where foreign debris such as grease, cloth, or even wire was present during the strike. These cause parts of the design to appear missing, faded, or ghost-like. Every struck-through error is one of a kind, and if found on this specific 2009 Virgin Islands quarter, it can significantly boost its value in the market. Condition also plays a huge role in value. A regular Virgin Islands quarter in circulation may be worth only face value, but if you find one in mint state condition, graded MS 66 or higher, especially one with any of the above errors, you've got a coin that stands apart from millions of others. These high-grade examples with clean surfaces, full luster, and sharp design elements are becoming increasingly rare and more desirable by the day. Collectors around the world are recognizing the unique beauty, limited production, and error potential of the 2009 U.S. Virgin Islands quarter. Coin shows, grading services, and auction houses have started showcasing these quarters more prominently, especially as more people discover the hidden value in their collections. Online marketplaces have already seen bidding wars break out over error-laden and mint state examples of this exact coin, and the interest is only growing. So take a moment and check your coin rolls, your old collections, even the change in your pocket. Use a good magnifier, examine both sides carefully, and look for any irregularities or unusual marks. Pay attention to the inscriptions, design details, rim edges, and surface texture. If something looks off, it could actually be a rare and valuable variety that most people overlook. And now for the moment every coin lover is waiting for. A rare 2009 U.S. Virgin Islands quarter, featuring a dramatic mint error and preserved in pristine, mint state condition, has been valued at an astonishing $50,000 in the collector market. Yes, $50,000 for a quarter that could be hiding in your house, your coin jar, or even resting in your wallet right now. So what are you waiting for? Go on the hunt, search through your coins, and let us know in the comments if you found a U.S. Virgin Islands quarter, especially one with a unique feature or an error. Share your discoveries, your questions, or your stories. We love hearing from fellow collectors and helping you unlock the true potential of your collection. Especially, we're diving into the stunning United States $quarter coin Acadia 2012 minted in Philadelphia, and trust me, this quarter is far more valuable than you think. Some versions of this coin have become so rare, so unique, that collectors are paying thousands just to get their hands on one. So sit tight, stay focused, and enjoy this journey through numismatic beauty and hidden value. The Acadia quarter was released in 2012 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, celebrating the breathtaking Acadia National Park in Maine. The design on the reverse is absolutely mesmerizing. It features the Base Harbor Head Lighthouse, standing proud on the rocky coastline as the waves crash below and the sky opens up beyond. It's a dramatic and elegant depiction of one of America's most scenic national parks, and on a small piece of metal, it tells a story of nature, strength, and history. But beyond the beauty of the design lies the true excitement for collectors, because some of these 2012 Acadia quarters are extraordinarily rare, thanks to unique minting errors that have turned a simple 25-cent piece into a valuable modern treasure. These errors are not flaws, they are unintentional masterpieces, highly sought after by experts and collectors who know how to recognize them. Let's start with the double die error, one of the most desirable features in any coin. This happens when the die used to strike the coin makes a double impression, resulting in subtle but noticeable duplication in the text or design. On the Acadia quarter, this may show up in the words, United States of America, $quarter, or even in the fine lines of the lighthouse structure. These small details might look normal to the untrained eye, but a collector knows that this is where the magic, and the money, lives. Another rare and valuable error found on some 2012 Acadia quarters is the off-center strike. This error is visually dramatic, with the design appearing shifted or misaligned, leaving parts of the rim or lettering cut off. If the date and mint mark are still visible, collectors go wild for this kind of error. It makes the coin completely unique, and its value climbs even higher when found in uncirculated or mint condition. You should also be on the lookout for struck-through errors, where foreign material like grease or fibers got between the die and the coin during striking. These errors can make parts of the design appear faded, incomplete, or oddly textured. A struck-through Acadia quarter with visible distortion on the lighthouse or the ocean waves could be worth a small fortune. Let's not forget die chips and die cracks, where portions of the die break off or crack during production, causing raised blobs or lines on the coin. These have been spotted on the Acadia quarter near the lighthouse roof or along the rocks. Every die chip is different, giving each affected coin a totally individual character, and collectors absolutely love chasing these unique, limited creations. And when you combine any of these errors with a mint state grade, especially MS66 or higher, you're stepping into the world of serious value. A perfect or near-perfect Acadia quarter with even a minor error can attract big attention from grading services, online auctions, and coin shows across the country. That's where coins go from simple collectibles to true investment pieces. The buzz around the 2012 Acadia quarter has grown rapidly in recent years. Collectors are realizing how rare high-grade, error-laden examples really are, and the demand is starting to surge. In private sales and auctions, some of these coins have already made waves, catching the eye of seasoned numismatists and dealers willing to pay top dollar for something exceptional. So, if you've got a 2012 Acadia quarter in your collection, or in your pocket change, now is the time to take a closer look. Use a magnifier, check for any signs of doubling, off-centering, unusual surface marks, or raised die chips. You could be holding onto something worth far more than just 25 cents. The key is in the details, and the rewards can be extraordinary. And now for the part you've all been waiting for. One of the rarest 2012 Acadia quarters, featuring a major mint error and preserved in exceptional, mint state condition, has been valued at a staggering $20,000 in the collector's market. Yes, you heard that right, $20,000 for a coin that many people overlook as just another quarter. So let us know, have you found a 2012 Acadia quarter with something special? Have you spotted an unusual strike, an odd texture, or a curious flaw? Drop your story in the comments below. We love hearing from collectors, and we're here to help you figure out whether you found a true hidden treasure. Next coin, we're talking about the United States $quarter coin from Puerto Rico, minted in 2009 with the D mark from the Denver Mint. This quarter is part of history, packed with symbolism, and for some lucky collectors, It holds a surprise that could be worth a small fortune. The 2009 Puerto Rico quarter was released as part of the U.S. Mint's District of Columbia and U.S. Territories Quarters program, celebrating Puerto Rico's vibrant heritage and its strong connection to the United States. The reverse design features the historic Castillo San Felipe del Morro, one of the oldest Spanish forts in the Caribbean, with a beautiful coastline and a majestic palm tree standing tall beside it. The words Isla del Encanto, meaning Island of Enchantment, are boldly inscribed, capturing the soul of Puerto Rico in a single design. But here's where things get really exciting: not all of these quarters are created equal. Some of the 2009 Puerto Rico quarters are extremely rare, featuring minting errors and unique die varieties that make them incredibly valuable in the collector's market. These special pieces have become the focus of attention at coin shows and auctions, and their value continues to rise as collectors realize just how rare they are. Let's start with one of the most fascinating and sought-after errors: the double die error. This occurs when the die strikes the coin twice, causing a doubling effect on parts of the design. On the Puerto Rico quarter, this may appear in the lettering. Look closely at United States of America, quarter dollar, or even in the waves near the fort. If you see any ghosting, shadowing, or extra lines, even slightly, you may be looking at a very valuable variety. Another stunning and rare feature to look for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during minting, causing the design to shift off the center. When the date and mint mark are still fully visible, this error becomes highly desirable to collectors. It adds uniqueness to each coin and increases its value dramatically, especially if preserved in mint state condition. You should also be watching for die chips and die breaks. These occur when parts of the die used to strike the coin begin to wear or crack, leaving behind raised metal blobs or unusual lines. On the Puerto Rico quarter, die chips have been discovered near the palm leaves, along the edge of the ocean, and even around the tower of the fort. These little imperfections turn regular coins into one-of-a-kind collectibles. Even more rare are struck-through errors, where foreign objects, such as grease, lint, or even metal shavings, interfere with the minting process. These create strange textures or missing details, giving the coin a unique appearance. These types of errors are hard to replicate and impossible to fake, making each one a truly exclusive piece of numismatic art. Now let's talk about condition, because it matters. Coins that have these rare errors and also happen to be in mint state, MS 65 or higher, are incredibly valuable. A high-grade Puerto Rico quarter with a clear error is considered a premium piece in today's collector market. Whether graded by PCGS, NGC, or another trusted service, these coins can fetch big offers at auction or through private sales. And speaking of auctions, let's look at the numbers. Recent auction reports and collector forums have confirmed that error versions of the 2009 Puerto Rico quarter in high grades are fetching impressive prices. Collectors from all over are scrambling to get their hands on these pieces because they're not just beautiful, they're also getting harder to find, and their value is climbing fast. So, if you've got a 2009 Puerto Rico quarter with the D mint mark, it's time to examine it carefully. Take out your magnifier, check the rim, look at the text, inspect the artwork. Any unusual bumps, doubled lines, shifted images, or faded spots could be the key to uncovering a rare and highly valuable error. Even the smallest variation can make a huge difference, and experienced collectors know that these little details are what make a coin stand out. Now here comes the most thrilling part of the story. One rare 2009 Puerto Rico quarter, featuring a prominent mint error and certified in mint state condition, has been valued in the collector market at a jaw-dropping $45,000. That's right, $45,000 for a single quarter that most people would simply spend as change without ever realizing what they're holding. So what about you? Have you checked your collection? Have you found a 2009 Puerto Rico quarter with something strange or different about it? We want to hear your story. Share your findings in the comments, ask your questions, and let's build a strong community of collectors who know the value of every coin, because you never know when a life-changing discovery might be sitting in your own pocket. Last unique coin, we're uncovering the incredible value and story behind one of the most visually striking and historically rich coins in the entire 50-state quarters program, the United States $quarter coin from Wyoming, minted in 2007 with the Denver D mint mark. This coin might seem ordinary at first glance, but hold on tight, because there are rare versions of this quarter out there that could be worth thousands of dollars. And for one special error coin, the value has been recorded as high as $65,000. The Wyoming quarter was released as the 44th coin in the U.S. Mint's unforgettable 50-state quarters program, commemorating the year Wyoming became a state, 1890. What makes this coin so iconic is its bold and minimalist design. The reverse features the silhouette of a cowboy riding a bucking bronco, a powerful image that symbolizes the untamed spirit of the American West. It's a tribute to Wyoming's deep cowboy heritage, rodeo culture, and fierce independence. It's not just a coin, it's a statement of strength, tradition, and pride, but for collectors, this coin holds more than symbolic value. Some of the 2007 Wyoming quarters have been found with rare minting errors and features that have turned them into valuable gems in the world of numismatics. These errors are not flaws, they're limited edition masterpieces created by the unpredictable nature of the minting process, and they've made this coin highly sought after by collectors around the globe. One of the most fascinating and valuable errors seen on this quarter is the double die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin hits it more than once, slightly misaligned. The result is doubling in certain areas of the coin, most often in the inscriptions like United States of America, E pluribus unum, or $quarter. On the Wyoming quarter, doubling has also been spotted around the cowboy's saddle and the bronco's legs, and these double die coins are pure gold to error collectors. Another rare and thrilling error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is struck outside its intended alignment, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted to one side. The rarer the misalignment, and the more centered the date and mint mark remain, the more valuable the coin becomes. A 2007 Wyoming quarter with a bold off-center strike can fetch very impressive prices, especially if it's in mint condition. Now let's talk about die chips and die breaks, small imperfections that result from wear and tear on the dies. These show up as raised lumps or cracks on the coin, often around the rim, letters, or design elements. On the Wyoming quarter, these have been discovered near the bronco's tail, the rider's hat, and even inside the numbers of the date. Each die chip is different, making every affected coin one of a kind and increasingly collectible. Don't overlook the struck-through errors either. These occur when foreign material like grease or cloth gets between the die and the coin blank during striking. It causes certain parts of the design to appear faded, missing, or ghost-like. A Wyoming quarter with a struck-through error near the rider or the text is not just rare, it's practically a numismatic mystery waiting to be solved. Collectors are also paying close attention to high-grade examples of this coin, especially those graded MS-66, MS-67, or higher by services like PCGS or NGC. When one of these rare error coins is found in top condition, with beautiful luster, sharp detail, and no visible wear, its value increases dramatically. These are the coins that catch attention at national coin shows and end up in premium private collections. Recent auction activity has confirmed what collectors already know: the Wyoming 2007 quarter is in high demand, especially those with confirmed errors and clean surfaces. Online listings have seen bidding wars erupt over well-preserved examples, and coin dealers are reporting a surge in requests for this particular state quarter. It's not just a part of history, it's a rising star in the modern coin market. So here's your mission: go through your change jars, coin folders, and pocket finds, and pull out your Wyoming quarters. Use a magnifying glass or a microscope to look for any signs of doubling, cracks, die chips, or off-center features. Pay special attention to the cowboy's outline, the bronco's details, and the lettering. Even the smallest error could mean a big payday, because the value of this coin is climbing fast. And now for the moment every collector dreams of. A rare 2007 Wyoming quarter, featuring a dramatic mint error and preserved in pristine, mint state condition, has been valued at an incredible $65,000. Yes, $65,000 for a single quarter that might be hiding in your change or forgotten in your old coin collection right now. So if you found a Wyoming quarter that looks unusual or feels special, we want to hear about it. Drop a comment below, share your discoveries, and join our amazing community of collectors who are always on the lookout for hidden treasures. Your story could be the next big numismatic find that makes headlines. If you enjoyed this video and love learning about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss our next coin treasure spotlight. Keep collecting, keep learning, and remember, the next big coin could already be in your hands.